Okay, here we go then, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be discussing resistance bands. Band that I'm using here is a red band, and it ranges from 15 to 35 pounds of pressure, depending on how much resistance you want to apply. So the first exercise here is bicep curls. As you can see, my hands are facing upwards, getting a good contraction on the way up and down. This is the great thing about resistance bands, time under tension. Next one's hammer curls, reversing the hands, keeping the same stance with the feet. Moving into single arm hammer curls. I've gone for a little bit more resistance here. As you can see, I've given myself a little bit more slack at the top of the band, applying a little bit more resistance. Rotated my palm facing upwards, gives me the single arm bicep curls. Okay, next we're going to move into tricep extensions. One of my favourites, especially with the band. Contraction all the way up and all the way down. This is one of the key things about using resistance bands. Brilliant pieces of equipment. Okay, we're going on to single arm shoulder side raises. These are brilliant, absolutely brilliant for the abductors, getting things moving in the right moving patterns. Kept the feet with this the same stance, I just rotated the arm over and changed the band to the opposite direction. You can change feet if you prefer to. Okay, working the rear delts. This is a difficult one. You normally do this with dumbbells, but this is an absolutely brilliant exercise for hitting the back of the shoulders. Front rows or upright rows, if you will. As I said, you can apply a little bit more resistance to this if you you straddle the band a little bit more with your feet, or you place your hands further down the band to give you some more resistance. I'm just using a red one here for demonstrational purposes. Okay, shoulder shrugs. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant for the top of the traps. As you contract up, nice squeeze. A little bit of a tip there is to actually go up and hold for a few seconds. That'll give you a good burn at the top of the traps. Lateral row using the back now. Trying to get those wings, those shields as they say. Right, this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one until you try it. This is going to work the upper chest extension. As you pull through this, you'll feel that ripping right across the front of the chest. Brilliant exercise. Placing the band behind then, pulling across. This is going to be chest press. I would recommend you do this laying down. You get a little bit more force, especially working with gravity, and it keeps the band in place as well when you trap it or when you're lying on the ground. Deadlifts, super important exercise. Posterior chain. This uses everything. This uses the glutes, the hams, the back, the traps, the shoulders, the arm, everything. This is a full body exercise. Another variation then of the deadlift. I've gone for a little bit more resistance here, so I've placed it around the back of the neck and I've pulled the band up tight, and I'm reaching down lower on the band to give me a little bit more resistance from the band. Right, an important one which men don't seem to train. It always seems to be women in the gym, but this is going to be this is a GHD, so a glute hamstring developer. This is going to work the back of the hamstrings and the gluteus maximus, the bum cheeks. Right guys, that's resistance bands. That's the very basics of using one. I will see you in the next video. Enjoy.